Hey you guys, it's Brit. Tonight we're here to talk about the Dougherty Dozen for just a couple of minutes. I have a slight grin on my face, but this video is not going to be funny at all. I just can't believe that this even unfolded, and yet anytime Alicia Dougherty is mentioned, there are at least a few people who literally want to say that she's the best mother on earth. And situations like this, in my opinion, show, I'm not going to say the exact opposite, but it's definitely cause for concern. So if you're interested, please keep watching. All right, you guys, so I know Amy Robinson talked about this. I did not watch her video ahead of time because I wanted to share my own thoughts, and I will watch it when I'm done with this. I'll link her channel down below in case you're interested. She covers the Dougherty Dozen as well, and there's good reason why they're being talked about. There's two things I want to talk about in this video. The first thing I want to talk about is an issue that the oldest child ran into during their beach vacation that they're on currently. And the second is the topic of Alicia hiring a nanny. I saw this ad and I thought that it was quite interesting. First things first, let's talk about what her oldest child put on Snapchat. He says, "Ask me anything." Someone asked, "Why were the cops talking to you tonight?" And obviously they are in Ocean City, New Jersey on their vacation. And he responded and said, "Because people were chasing me and they thought I started some shit. But then they asked why I was getting chased and I told them. And then they escorted me all the way back home and people were tackling me and taking my Crocs and stuff." So obviously so many people know that they're at the beach right now. And here's my whole thing. If I'm going to sit here and present a problem, I also want to try to present a solution. The logical thing would be that if you have a platform the size that Alicia has, don't post in real time. I've been talking about this with family vloggers for over a year now. If you're an influencer, especially a family vlogger where you have little ones that are counting on you for their safety and well-being, don't post in real time. Guess what? Not everyone needs to know that you're at the beach. If you want to post a vlog or post your TikToks, post them after you're home. You don't have to post in real time. There is no rule that says if you're an influencer, you have to be posting in real time where you are and what restaurant you're at and what city you're in and what your kids are having, 18 times during the day. Obviously, their platform grew very quickly. So I do think that there is a little bit of Alicia being naive. I do. But I think that 70 to 80% of it is just her not caring. And the reason that I say that is because she will delete comments sharing concerns and telling her this is wrong, it's super scary for your kids, what are you thinking? She'll delete those people. So people will raise concerns, as they have every right to. It's a public platform. And those people are deleted. So that's a really big problem. And that says, I don't care about these safety concerns that you are raising. I'm going to delete your comment and I'm going to go like the comment of someone asking for a house tour. That is a big, big problem. And someone else asked, "Can you go to the boardwalk tomorrow night because I really want to meet you?" This is probably another underage person asking to meet him. This is so super duper scary. If you guys see this and you think that this is normal or this is just, kids having fun, Alicia decided to put her kids in a completely different light once she decided to start oversharing and doing all of this social media stuff that she does. She took her kids out of that zone of we're just kids having fun. We have friends. We have, friends that come by the house. I go to their house. they're just in a completely different category because of how many eyes are on their channel and how much info Alicia has given out about her kids. There are people on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram that know more about Alicia's kids than they might know about their own godchildren. That is crazy. Nieces, nephews, I'm not going to say about their own children because that's a far-fetched, but there are literally people who know more about the Dougherty kids than they do about their own nieces and nephews. So there was this TikTok that was put up, and this is on the Reddit, and it says, yo, what's Alex Dougherty doing at an OC beach party? And there are some comments saying he's trying to get a hookup. He hit the Nick too, which evidently he was hitting a vape. You know, the vape thing I don't really care about, but the situation of Alicia allowing these kids to go hang out at the boardwalk at night unsupervised, go to different areas of the beach at night unsupervised. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't be, as she calls it, social media influencers, and also allow your kids to go and do things that other kids might be doing at night. Your kids, you have made them, quote, YouTube famous and TikTok famous. You put a target on their back. You took them out of the safety net of having a, quote, normal childhood. And I throw, the word normal around very loosely because I always say, what is normal? I don't really think that normal exists. But in this situation, something that maybe other 16, 17-year-old kids would be able to do would be go to the boardwalk with their sibling. If it's, half a block past the hotel, they both have cell phones. They're going to go hang out for an hour and then come back. That is something that some teens can do. But once you put your whole life on social media and people know who your kids are, you have taken that right away from them and you have put a target on their back. My heart breaks for this kid that he had this situation. I'm upset the fact that there were police involved. I'm upset at the fact that Alicia is deleting comments. And some of the comments on her community post, one says, maybe address what happened to Alex instead of acting as though nothing happened to him. So she's completely ignoring this, and she's not only ignoring it, but she's doubling down by deleting comments, and that's a really big, big red flag. Another comment said, why are you deleting comments about what happened with Alex last night? I hope this makes you realize how much you put your family in danger. So sad. With most of my videos, I don't say the kids' names, especially the two new kids that she calls, quote, bonus kids, her label, not mine. But in this situation, I want you guys to know which child this happened to, because this is a child who I know from Alicia's oversharing had a very troubled childhood. So for him, his safety is being put in Alicia's hands. And for him to be put in harm's way at her hands is a big, big problem. So there are also people showing up to their vacation rental and taking photos with them. I will put one of the photos right here. Of course, I will blur out the kids' faces. This is not okay. And this is all as a result of Alicia oversharing and wanting that YouTube fame and that YouTube money so badly that she has overshared. She is constantly putting these kids in harm's way, and she does it when they're home. She does it when they're on vacation. It doesn't matter to her. And I think that it's absolutely appalling that she would actually do this. And then instead of saying, oh my God, what did I do? I really messed up with this situation. Let me fix it right away so that my kids are not in harm's way. She deletes comments and acts like everything is just sunshine and fucking daffodils. And I think that it's disgusting. So the post that she put on her community page where she's acting like everything is fine, I'm just going to read this to you guys real quick. It says, Ocean City, New Jersey, day 4. Today was without a doubt one of the best days of our lives. We fulfilled a bucket list item of mine and went surfing. Oh my gosh, it was so fun. I'm sure I'll be sore tomorrow, laughing emoji. I'm so thankful for this tribe of mine that goes along with my crazy ideas. They all had a total blast surfing. I'll post the full video on YouTube tomorrow. Then my parents took Josh and I to dinner at Ketchlong Port, New Jersey. It was the best meal I've ever had. We've been to Ketch a few times now, and I've never been disappointed. That's AKA, hey Ketch, can you give us some free food? We'll do a sponsored post for you. That's her low-key trying to, get a brand deal, allegedly, in my opinion. So imagine your child, your oldest child, gets escorted home by the police and has a really scary encounter because of your oversharing of locations, your oversharing of information. You're constantly posting in, real time. And you want to come here and talk about surfing and what a good meal you had? Alicia Dougherty needs to wake up. Something is going to happen eventually if she does not regain control of this platform that she has. It is so scary, and it is so scary the blatant disregard that she has for safety, oversharing, medical info, constant waste. The waste thing is just a whole different conversation. And for all of these issues to be raised, and the best thing that the Dougherty Dozen fans can do is they come to a channel like mine or Amy or anyone else talking about this. They want to say you're jealous. What am I jealous of? The money? No. That is made off the backs of children that counted on me to keep them safe. And me oversharing is not keeping them safe, period. Now, this next thing I was going to make its own video, but frankly, I don't think that it's worth being its own video. She is hiring for a nanny. And the post says, nanny needed for my children in, and of course lists the area that she's in, and they're looking to hire by Monday, September 12th. We have a family of 12 kids ranging from 16 to 4. Dad is a full-time teacher and coach, and mom is a social media influencer. She really loves to throw that around, doesn't she? Our children are a mixed bunch with 4 bio, 6 adopted, and 2 foster children. See, she labels them as foster because they are not adopted, and they go back to court sometime this month in August to figure out what's going on. So all those people in my first Dougherty video that were like, they're not foster kids, they're kinship. The point is that they are not fully adopted by Alicia. It's a temporary placement. I don't care if you want to call it foster, kinship, temporary, helping a friend, I don't care. Parents are extremely particular and need a person who has high energy and believe that they can make a difference for our family. I'll tell you what would make a difference for this family. A nanny going in there and telling Alicia Dougherty exactly what people think about her oversharing info and exploiting these kids' medical issues. Our children have a range of disabilities that a person will need to be educated about. A person who joins our family must be reliable, trustworthy, and organized, and have the ability to be a house manager. So, reliable, trustworthy, and organized. Those are all really great things, but at the same time, I do think that it's very funny that this is being requested from someone who has done all of the weird shit that Alicia's done online. Now, here's the real kicker. The hours are Sunday to Saturday, 7 days a week, 6 a.m. to midnight. Schedule may vary. So 6 a.m. to midnight, but you might have to do 24-hour days once in a while, FYI. And the rate that they are offering is $27 to $44 an hour. Reminder, this is a woman that makes over $300,000 per month on YouTube alone. The amount of spending and buying junk and buying nonsense and all of the hoarding food and wasteful nonsense BS that she does, she wants to offer a nanny who she expects to be available 6 a.m. to midnight. And sometimes it could be odd hours. Who knows? It's a grab bag, surprise. The top amount that you're offering is $44 an hour. Kick rocks. And you want someone to do light housekeeping, meal prep, has a college degree, and is CPR first aid trained. And obviously this person needs to, who knows, are they going to have to manage 5 kids at once, 8 kids at once, 3 kids at once? Are they going to have to be driving the kids to different activities? Are they going to have to help the kids with really intense homework? Are they going to have to juggle multiple kids that are in multiple different grades at multiple different education levels? This is an absolute sham. And any experienced nanny, all that they're going to do is Google Alicia Dougherty. They're going to find out exactly what she's up to, how much money she makes, and they're going to absolutely laugh at this hourly rate and tell her to kick rocks. That's my opinion. But what do you guys think of her getting a nanny? Is it something that's a positive? Is it a negative? To me, all that this is going to free up her time so she can spend more time on social media. I talk about presence a lot, and I don't mean to beat a dead horse here, but presence is so important. And in my opinion, once you try to limit the time that you are teaching your kids, spending time with them, taking them to activities, that can really start to fracture that bond of fully being present there with your kids. Do I think that a nanny is helpful for a family this big? Yes, I do. But Alicia's also doing this influencer thing full time. So when you're doing this full time and you still, are expecting someone to work for 44 top an hour maximum, I think that's a joke. I guess we'll see where this goes. Who knows? But I just thought that this was all the way that I kind of look at her platform is, I think she kind of went into everything a little bit too fast. And because she went into it fast and saw really fast growth from it, sometimes those are the channels that end up dying out the fastest, because they end up getting like burnt out. And yeah, sure, like you're making a lot of money, but even when you're making a lot of money, like most people will agree that money can help with a lot of things, but it's not going to give you long-term happiness. And especially with being on social media and not being able to handle any criticism and just avoiding it like kind of like the plague, I just don't think that that's going to make for a very long-standing period of time here on YouTube or TikTok. And the criticism is growing. Her negative feedback is multiplying every single time she uploads a video. A lot of people are seeing the issues with the excessive spending, the amount of waste, and most importantly, the oversharing, the privacy, the sharing medical diagnoses, putting kids' safety at risk. She's not advocating for foster care. That is, I've heard her say quite a few times, like, oh, we want to show other people what it's like to foster to adopt, and the fact that foster parents and adoptive parents are needed in the United States. We want to be a good example of what that looks like. It's not a practical example, because guess what? 99% of people that want to foster or adopt are not making $300,000 or anywhere near that per month so that they can fill 8 shopping carts with a bunch of junk to, accommodate these kids. That's just not a very feasible situation for most people. And I don't think that her content does anything to advocate for it. In fact, I think that it does quite the opposite. And I don't think that anyone needs Alicia Dougherty to come across their radar to either figure out if they're going to adopt or if they're going to foster. I think that they can make that decision for themselves. But either way, those are going to be my thoughts for now. So if you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.